Last month, the Beltrami County Board voted to cut over 40% of their previously allocated funding towards the Bemidji and Blackduck public libraries, reducing the county's contribution down to the state required minimum. Our reporter Matthew Freeman has more details on the impacts this could have on both libraries.
Counties across Minnesota are expecting significant increases in costs to their future budgets in the coming years, thanks in part to state coffers and the Trump administration's Big Beautiful Bill. To combat this, the Beltrami County Board voted to set the county's allocated funding towards the Bemidji and Blackduck libraries at just about $265,000, which is the minimum level of funding required to participate in the Minnesota Regional Library System.
And those numbers were set by the legislature in 2011. And those numbers are actually based on the budget from 2009.
The Blackduck Library is currently open 21 hours a week. They are required to stay open at least 20 hours a week to maintain state funding. To keep Blackduck's doors open, the Bemidji Public Library may have to take a larger hit. They are already looking at a minimum of one layoff and a major loss of operating hours.
There's only 9 of us that work here, so we're very close. I'm laying awake at night trying to think how I can make this as minimal as possible without affecting their lives, but it's just not possible. People's lives are going to be affected by this, and it's heartbreaking to me. I'm making some really difficult decisions.
Warren says the Bemidji Public Library could potentially lose up to 21 operating hours a week thanks to these funding cuts.
We can look at cutting our materials budget, the money that we spend on buying books and materials, but even if we committed to cutting all of our materials budget and not buying any new materials next year, we'd still have to cut over $101,000 from the budget. So regardless of how you look at it, we are looking at a reduction in the workforce and a reduction in operating hours.
Warren believes these funding cuts could not only affect those who work at the library, but those who utilize it as well.
There's going to be a decrease in programming that we're offering, and maybe our story times will be cut. The number of performers that we get in for different things will be cut. We'll have less staff. So, I mean, everything will be impacted by this. There's just no getting around it.
Reporting in Bemidji, I'm Matthew Freeman, Lakeland News.
The Bemidji Public Library is hoping to start a fundraiser in the future to help with the funding cuts. We'll have more details once they become available.
Lakeland News is a nonprofit news organization. Donate to Lakeland PBS today to support your local news team.